Yo, what is going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be showing you the best reselling method that you guys can use in 2025 to run up your first 10K and get sales worth hundreds of dollars every single day, even if you are a complete beginner. Now, the crazy thing is, bro, literally nobody talks about this method, but it is by far the best way to start and scale your reselling business, especially if you are a beginner. And I honestly don't know why more people aren't talking about this, but I think it's just because they genuinely like to gatekeep the sauce. But I'm not going to do that. And in this video, I'm going to share with you all the secrets that big resellers use to actually make their money. So if you guys actually want to make money in reselling and learn the method that all your big favorite resellers use to make $10, $20, $50,000 a month, all you have to do is watch this video and stay until the end, because I'm going to be revealing all of their secrets and how you can copy their strategy to do the exact same thing as them and make thousands of dollars every single month, even if you are a team. So with that being said, stay until the end of the video if you guys want all the sauce. I'm not going to waste any more of you guys' time. Let's get straight into it. The method that all these big resellers are gatekeeping and the way that they make thousands of dollars every single month is through what's called the bulk supplier method. Basically what they do is they get a bunch of products. So for example, Goyard wallets, LV bags, shoes, Goyard wallets, colognes, even things like Labubus, AirPod Maxes, AirPods, clothing, and they basically sell them to bulk buyers. Now, whether this is people for personal use, whether it's to stores, whether it's to people who want to resell, all of the money in reselling is in bulk buyers. Now, you're probably asking, Braden, how do you actually get these bulk buyers and see the success that all these other resellers are seeing? Well, there's two different methods that you guys can actually use to do this, and I'm going to dive deep into both methods and show you literally A to Z on how to execute them and make money as a reseller. First method that these people use to get bulk buyers, and the same method that I literally used to make over $1,000 just today, is the marketplace app method. Now, most people when they start reselling use marketplace apps for single orders, for a single AirPod, single cologne, single clothing items, whatever it might be, but you can actually use these platforms to your advantage to get bulk suppliers, especially Facebook Marketplace. So in order for this method to work, what you guys basically want to do is you guys need to get a bunch of inventory. Now, I'm going to specifically talk about cologne. You're going to get designer colognes, you're going to get niche colognes, you're going to get basically an assortment of cologne, products that are saturated, products that are unsaturated, and just get a huge diversity. So for example, when I did this method, I had Baccarat, I had LV, I had Tom Ford, I had Xerjoff, I had Parfums de Marly, I had Gucci, I had Prada, I had Chanel, and I had a bunch of women's perfumes as well in all those categories. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to take a picture of all these colognes or all these products laid out, and you're going to list them as a collection. After you list them as a collection, you're going to put the price at $1 best offer, and then in the description of your post, you're basically going to say, okay, this cologne is this amount of money, and you're going to lay that out for every single product. And then you're also going to say, hey, if you buy 2 of these products, you're going to get this deal. If you buy 3 of these products, you're going to get this deal. If you buy 5 of these products, you're going to get an even better deal, and basically just reward people to spend more money with you by buying more products and getting better deals. Make sure that for this method, you have high quality listing photos, have a good profile, meaning a good profile picture. You don't look like a bot. You actually have your profile set up properly. You basically fill out all the details that marketplace app requires you to fill out. And then these people can simply message you for which products they want. And then you can go ahead and sell that to them. Now that you actually have your listing up, what you're going to want to do to optimize this strategy and take it a little bit further to make sure you can actually get consistent sales, what you're going to do is join a bunch of groups for that specific product or that specific niche. So for example, if we're talking about colognes, join a bunch of cologne expert groups, join a bunch of cologne collection groups so they, talk about cologne, they sell cologne, they trade cologne, because this is literally your target market. Now you can simply just post your listing in those groups and get buyers pretty much automatically. Now, the one downside to this method is that you do need a decent amount of money for inventory. So for example, if you want to start, I would start this with at least 7 products. So 7 colognes, 7 different accessories, 7 different whatever it might be. Now 7 colognes for my supplier is about $200. So if you guys don't have that, what you're simply going to do is do this on social media. Simply just list your products as collections on social media, or you can even use Depop, eBay, etc. if you have decent accounts that are warmed up and kind of primed to do this. So whenever you make a sale, you can simply just hit up your USA based supplier, which can be me, it can be whoever, whoever you want to use. But if you do want to use me as your USA supplier site, you can drop ship these products, meaning whenever you get a sale, you can simply send your customer shipping information, you pay for the product, and then your drop shipper or your supplier ships it straight to the customer. If you guys want to use me to do this, all you have to do is join my Discord, the link below. If there's not a Discord link, there will be a Telegram link depending on when this video comes out. You can still drop ship off of my Telegram. That's simply what it's for. And then you can just shoot me a message and send me details or ask more questions if you guys actually want to learn how to dropship. Now, we went over the Facebook Marketplace listing method, but there's still another way to get bulk buyers with Facebook Marketplace, and that is by joining reselling groups. So we're all familiar with Facebook groups. We all know that it's just basically just collections of people who are interested in the same thing. There are cologne groups, there are AirPod groups for real products, there's all these different things, but there are also groups for one-to-one product. This is something you can take advantage of because you can supply these other resellers in the group with colognes or with AirPods or with accessories or clothing, whatever it might be. And literally all you have to do is just look at, what other people are posting your products for, what other people are supplying people for in that group. Supply these people with your products for a little bit of a lower price. Make sure you have high quality photos and show the description of the product. So for example, open up a box of AirPods and show them the quality, open up a cologne and show them the quality. But for this to work, you guys obviously do need a good supplier. If you guys don't have a good supplier or you don't know if your supplier is good enough to, pass as, supplier quality, that way you can actually resell to other people who want to resell. What you have to do is go to this website, bksupply.store, and you can get access to all my personal vendors that I used to make over 15K a month and supply other people with. And as somebody who is a USA supplier, I can tell you that my vendors actually are super, super good quality and all my customers are satisfied with them, meaning that yours will be too. Really just join a bunch of these groups, post your products and say that you're supplying and say that you have XYZ different units. And the great thing about these groups is that they're all worldwide. So even if you get a sale or somebody interested in Virginia when you live in Wisconsin, you can simply hit up your USA supplier and have them ship those products to your customer. But that's enough about the Facebook marketplace and online marketplace method. Literally just list your products in collections, join as many groups as you can, and try and find loopholes and spots where, maybe value isn't being filled or people aren't getting the products they want or they're not getting the price that they want, and simply fill those gaps with your business model. Now, the second method, and by far my favorite, is going to be the social media bulk supply method. This is what I use to really take my business from 0 to 15K a month and what I credit most of my success to. And literally anybody can do this, even if you have just an Instagram and a Snapchat account. All you are going to do is list your products on Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all the platforms that you have. Literally just post videos of your inventory and give people decent prices, and make sure that you are very specific in these listings or these posts that you have multiple of these products, that you have bulk products. And if you guys don't actually have that on hand, you can simply say that you are going to pre-order them for them and that they'll be at their door in 2 to 5 days. Now, the key to reselling on social media is getting as much exposure as you can. So don't just post these products on your story. Get your friends to post products on their story, make promotional videos for them, and tell them, hey, if you do this for me and you post these products, I'll give you $5. Or they can just be a good friend and do it for you because they fuck with you. Now, if you guys do want to take this a step further, you can post meetup videos. You can do like skits and unboxing and all these stage videos, basically what I do to make my money. There's no reason why you can't do that because I'm literally just a normal person who just sits in this room and makes videos all day, and I make over 15K a month reselling. Now, if you guys really want to get into the business side of things, the number one tip that I can give you for getting bulk buyers on social media is not framing what you're offering these people as, a bulk supply. What I mean by this is do not just go out and say, oh, I'm supplying you for this amount of price and this, that, and the other thing. I want to make an actual offer or an actual package that people can visualize and see an outcome in. So for example, I will help you hit 5K a month reselling. The way that I'm going to do that is by giving you supplier prices, helping you list your products and all the different type of shit. But in reality, all you're doing is converting them into a bulk buyer, and you might text them a couple times to, help them sell their listing. But they see you as somebody who's helping them resell and helping them make 5K a month or 10K a month or whatever it is. But in reality, you are just being their supplier. People don't like buying things just because they have the best price or just because they have the best quality. They like doing it because they see an outcome. They see themselves gaining something from buying from you. So if you can make your buyer feel like they're going to improve their life, that they're going to change drastically and all this shit because they're buying bulk from you, you will be successful. Now, those are really the top 2 methods to start reselling and making real reselling money in 2025. All you have to do is focus on getting bulk buyers and do as much as you can to get those bulk buyers coming to you every time they need products, every time they need to re-up, every time they want to sell more, every time they want to add to their collection. And if you can do that to 10 to 20 people alone, you will make a fuck ton of money. If you guys learned something from this video and you want to see more reselling content just like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel. If you guys want daily reselling tips, just go to my Instagram or TikTok at bk.supply. They'll both be linked in the description, but I literally post multiple times a day on how to resell, how to make money, and give you all the reselling sauce you need on those platforms. So I highly suggest following me on there. If you guys want access to the best quality suppliers that I personally use to make over $15,000 a month, those will also be linked in the description. You can go to this website, bksupply.store, and get access to all my personal suppliers, or just comment supplier on any of my short form videos on Instagram, and you'll get instant access sent to your DM. I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you really learned something from this video and you take action on this so you guys can actually get bulk buyers and scale your reselling business to hit that first 3 to 5K month, and then eventually hit those 5-figure months once you really lock in on this. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. Hope you learned something, and I really do hope you guys take action on this because this is the way to resell in 2025. I will catch you guys in the next